Greetings to all my grade 10 students already taken a wonderful head start towards this particular subject, English language and literature. So in the chain, we are going to cover two more wonderful topics, poetry section. Today, from your first flight, first one is the ball poem and the second one is Amanda. Both are important ones, especially for extract based questions. These two poetry are really very important. So let's get started with these two topics. First of all, we are going to cover the ball poem, which is composed by John Berryman. So keep one symbolism in mind, dear learners, that the ball poem, it's all about a wonderful symbolism used here by the poet, which is related to our responsibilities. Why? Because in our lives also we need to take such responsibilities, and also not only this, we need to face sometimes the harsh realities of life. Actually when we lose something, or in the form of ball poem, here the wonderful message given by John Berryman that yes, be ready to face the harsh realities of life. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the poet. As I told you, a finest poet and also American poet and scholar. So keep this in mind. This is your important value point. And not only this, he is actually best known for his dream songs, which is actually a wonderful composition of various certain around 385 poems. And for this particular one, he won that, had brought such literature laurel to the nation, that he won Pulitzer Prize for this, and also National Book Award winner. So wonderful poet, and here he is giving us a wonderful message as well. So let's get started with the lines. First of all, we are going to discuss the overview. As you know, this is about the ball poem. Here the hidden aspects are also given by the poet. So let's discuss those points first. The poet John Berryman, through this poem, the ball poem, has described the realities of life. I have already told you that keep this connected meaning with this particular term, the ball poem. Yes, which everyone has to face one day. You know that if life is all about ups, then it's all about downs as well. So here he has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life. So this is actually the theme of your poetry. So keep this in mind. And next, he is beautifully describing a boy. He is directly giving us the picture idea that yes, there is a boy who has lost his ball, and now in the form of this particular loss, he is giving us the lesson that is full of wisdom through the loss of everyone. Now why? Because we must learn to bear the pain associated with that particular loss. So I hope this value point also you will keep this in mind. Now directly, and the most important thing, the next important point which we need to keep in our mind, the loss of ball stands for what? General loss of even a human being also. In our life, you know that there are certain situations when we lose our near ones also, dear ones also. This is actually the loss here, the writer, the poet is connecting here. The losses may be the loss of a personal possession, maybe anything also can be lost from your side, or the death of someone also, which is actually, you know that who is near and dear. So due to that separation, so it's all about separation from the beloved one. So how the pain is actually going to be bear by one, this is depicted in this poetry nicely by our poet John Berryman. Now as long as there is a life, everyone has to bear many types of losses. So therefore we need to learn the way for bearing all such losses, because we have to be ready that if again this life is not at all a bed of roses, there are certain pains which we need to bear. So just how to face this certain condition, here the poet is giving us the quality. Actually, he is giving us the idea that be ready, because there is a life, you can face the pain as well. The lesson of accepting the harsh realities of life. So this is the key aspect covered by our poet. So that one day we will lose our loved one and our loved things also. So both the things, kindly keep this in mind. Now starting the lines now. The first one, which is actually giving us the idea that what exactly is going on. That what is the boy? What is the boy now who has lost this ball? So initially we have to keep this in mind, that there is a boy who is actually playing with a ball, and now he is going to lose that one. Now what is the boy now who has lost his ball, and what is he to do? Now here, who is the speaker? Our poet is the speaker. Keep this in mind. Who is the speaker? Our poet is the speaker, and he is saying that yes, I was standing there and one boy who was playing with the ball, and suddenly what happened? He had lost his ball. So now the poet is standing, observing the particular boy, and now what he is observing, he is saying, let me check, let me observe what next is going to be done from the side of the boy. Now here I would like to draw your attention towards this thing, dear students, that now notice this, what this word, particular word is repeated in the beginning. So I hope you know this figure of speech is anaphora. So anaphora is used here. So here the poet is standing, the poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball and he wants to know about him. Yes, he wants to know about him and his reactions. So he's standing there just waiting for the reaction. Merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over, there it is in the water. So what was the condition? Initially, when the boy was there, he was playing with the ball. He was so happy. That's why merrily he was continuously bouncing the ball very happily. He was bouncing. He was just playing with the ball. So here, you can see at last what happened then. There it is, because when he was playing with the ball happily, it was okay. But later on, what happened? The ball went to in a water source. So yes, nothing happened, that he had actually seen the ball going away from the boy, and he says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street in the beginning, but later on what happened? This means what? When the ball skipped from the boy's hand, it went into the street, and later on it fell into a nearby river. So yes, where he was actually, the boy was playing, there was actually water source was there. So that's why this was the reason, when he was just continuously bouncing the ball, so it actually went into that water source, maybe into the small stream or river. So this happened. So now this condition, we need to assume that the boy had actually lost his ball. Now next lines. I hope these lines are clear now. Now the next one. No use to say, as he had lost his ball. So no use to say, oh, there are others' ball. Often we also feel that because he had lost his ball, so this excuse can be given that yes, okay, if you have lost this ball, you have another one. There are certain other balls are also there. So what is the cry over this is simply a mere ball, a small one? So yes, here the poet is again saying, an ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid. Now see, when the ball actually just thrown into the water source, the boy was standing there. He was rigid, he was just stiff, and he was continuously trembling. He was shivering also, and staring down, continuously was staring, continuously gazing, continuously looking at the ball, that where it is actually going. So at some distance the ball is there, but he is unable to catch. And on his young days into the harbor, where his ball went. Harbor, I hope you know the port. What is harbor? The port area. So here the poet is saying that when he was standing, he was continuously looking at the ball. It is going and continuously, just is totally now going to be separated from the boy. I would not intrude on him. Now what is that? Invade. Now the poet is saying, I will not at all intrude or invade on him. That a dime. Now what is that a dime? I hope you know that it's US currency, and it's 10 cents equals to 1 dime. So keep this in mind, that another ball is worthless. Now why another ball is worthless? You know that if you have the first thing, this is actually nothing. Here this also reflects your connection. Your first thing always reflects your memories. So that's why here the poet is saying, giving us again the wonderful message, that if someone is saying you have certain other balls also, you can play with those balls also, but no, the connection which you had with the first one, which you had lost, I think that connection is not going to be revived then with the others also. So now what happened? Senses his first responsibility. Now how? Because you know that this is actually going to be first experience that he had lost his thing. Now this is going to be his first experience that yes, loss is also need to be faced in my life. So here overall the poet says that there is no benefit to consoling the boy by saying what? Because you know that if you are continuously going to console someone, that don't worry, you have another ball, so please, it is going to be useless. It is completely going to be useless then. He will get another ball because he has other balls too. So don't worry, other choices are also there. So you have other balls also to be played with. And he says so because the boy is feeling sad. The poet is giving such consolation to that boy, though he is thinking right now, and he is completely surrounded by sorrow. Now who is completely surrounded by sorrow? Dear students, I hope you can connect with the idea that now the boy who had lost his ball, he is now completely sad. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down. As I told you, that connection he had, the childhood memories, this memory was connected. That's why it is actually now going, and the harbor with the ball. So here the poet says that the boy is very sad as the ball which has now gone into the water continuously reminds what? Him of those sweet memories of the time when he owned it. I hope you know, when we lose something, then only we realize the true value of the thing. So this is actually the message given by the poet here. And the very important thing, the loss is unbearable, because here the poet is saying the loss is unbearable for him and he is grief stricken. I hope you know that. That's why this particular line, he stands rigid, he was trembling and continuously staring down towards that particular ball. That's why these lines are reflecting the true sadness of that boy. So yes, to the boy, the poet says that can't even tell the boy to take some money, as I told you about dime. So I'm going to give you the money, the poet is saying, so that you can purchase another ball. But again, in order to buy another ball, you can buy from this particular money which the poet is actually going to offer. But no, what he stated then, he says so because the new ball will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. But at one time he said no. If again the next ball is going to be purchased and going to be given to that particular boy, he will not realize that what he had lost. So that's why this is actually needed also. That's why it's rightly said that pains are also the part of life. We have to go and we have to feel and we have to face. So just adding the same remark here, further the poet says that the time has come for the boy now. Actually, This loss is actually going to be the true lesson for him to learn what the responsibility of, very important idea now, given by here, that yes, responsibility of taking care of his things need to be understood to this, because here if giving the another one, he will not understand and he will not realize the particular responsibility. So moving further, next we'll start now. Next lines. In a world. Now you know that here the poet is talking about this materialistic world. Many things are like beds here and there scattered. So yes, in a world of possession, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always. And little boy, and no one buys a ball back. It's truly and well said here. The poet says that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world, many of his belongings will be lost. And not only many of his belongings, even his near dear ones also. I hope remember, dear students, that two particular related things we here keep in our mind, that yes, the poet is talking about the things, the poet is talking about the human life as well. So that's why here need to bear this, and he personifies the ball as his belonging, be in the worldly thing or the relationship, he is in possession. Yes, that's why the world is actually full of materialistic things. You are going to live with all those things, but yes, the time will come that you have to bear the loss also. So, and no one buy a ball back. Now why? Because the same thing, if remember, the same connection, the same memories which were associated with the previous thing cannot be recalled, cannot be survived, cannot be revived as well. So money is external. See how nicely here a wonderful message given by the poet here. What is that? This actually, this is important. Money is external. This is quite important. Why? Because here the poet is saying that money is it is not permanent, and it is simply the external thing, and said that because according to him, what money can't buy you everything. Love, compassion, emotion, memories, all sort of these things cannot be bought from money. That's why this is actually a wonderful message. Again, a lesson given by the poet here. Now moving further, he is learning. Now who is he here? Again, our little boy. So the poet is saying that he is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, and knowing what every man must one day know, and most of no many days, how to stand up. Now very important term is used here. It is actually epistemology. What is the meaning of this? It is actually here a Greek word. Keep this in mind. It's a Greek word, and which means what? Knowledge. Which means what? Knowledge. So here the poet is saying that this is actually a great loss for this particular boy, but yes, he has to bear this, and he says that not because you know that if it does buy you some materialistic thing, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness. The same thing, and also the connection. Now what is the meaning of sense of belongingness here? Means the sense of connection. And he says that the boy is learning how to stand up against all odds, and especially against the sense of lost things. So yes, good things and bad things, both are the part of life one has to bear. So this means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life as well, and stand up again all odds. Again, a wonderful lesson is given by the poet here, and this boy will definitely learn a lesson from this particular experience that he had lost. So now next time he needs to be careful as well. So this is the truth which everyone has to learn in this order, especially in his or her life. So especially the harsh truth of standing up against the all miseries of life that everyone must has to bear. So this is the particular message given by the poet here in the ball poem, that harsh realities of life are also there. So be ready and never lose your hope as well. So I hope these lines are understood. Now talking about the very important things as the rhyme scheme. So yes, the particular rhyme scheme is not at all used here. The poet is actually used in free verse. So keep this in mind. This poetry is composed in a free verse. No specific rhyme scheme is used here. And not only this, I would like to draw your attention towards one more thing which he has used here. It's nothing, it's a monologue, because continuously this idea is depicted by our poet. Continuously he is contemplating, continuously he is thinking, reflecting the ideas to the readers, but not at all uttering a single word. That's why this is the finest example of monologue. So he is the sole speaker, not speaking, only thinking. So that's why monologue is also here used. Now next important figure of speech which is used here, alliteration. The sound, you know that B sound, O sound, these are the sound often used. So if a consonant sound is continuously used, so alliteration. For example, letter buys, B and back. So alliteration is used here. Now why assonance? Because sound of E in the line learning well behind, E is used. So that's why assonance, because vowel sound, if it is repeated, then assonance. And this word, this term ball, is repeated again and again in this poetry. So here this ball is what? It is repetition. Anaphora, I told you in the beginning, initially, if words are repeated, like what, repeated in the beginning, so anaphora is also used. And this poem is giving you what? The picture type or like visualization. That's why this is what? This is imagery used here. So nicely, imagery is also leading in this poetry. I hope understood. Now let's discuss what? The question answers. The important question, especially the central idea, what this ball is signifying continuously here. So keep this central idea. This question is important. Talking about our next question, why does the poet say that I would not intrude on him? Because he says that though I can buy next another ball for this particular boy, continuously sad, crying, but no, I want he should learn this lesson also. That's why these are the points you are going to incorporate in this answer. And why doesn't you offer him money to buy another one? Because the same thing, if he will give money this time, the boy will not learn this lesson again, and he'll not be careful also. Next question, what does in the world of possession mean? Because lot many baits are scattered here and there. Baits means like temptations are there. Lot many things are also associated with this. So yes, full of materialistic thing, but if continuously you are getting such pleasure in life, you are facing only happiness, then yes, you will not learn this painful lesson that yes, loss is also the part of life. So this is going to be written here. Then next question, what does the poet say the boy is learning from the loss of the ball? As I told you, this is simply a mere loss of a ball, because the connection which he had lost, this is going to give the best lesson to this particular boy. So try to explain in your words so we can interpret, but relevant points we need to highlight the points which are referred here in this poetry. Now next question, because I already told you, for extract based question this poetry is very important. So whatever lines we have discussed, including the figures of speech, the relevant symbolism and meaning, keep those ideas and value points. Why? Because this is quite important, especially for extract based question. Now next poetry which we are going to start now, Amanda, which is composed by Robin McMaughlin, a fine poetry, and here I hope students you can really connect with this poetry. Why? You will feel one connection. First of all, we'll discuss about the poetess. Here, Robin McMaughlin is actually an Australian author, writer, poet. Especially she has written and composed many books for children especially. And she writes children's and young adults fiction as well. And some of her famous books are Hating Alison Ashley and People Might Hear You. These are her famous books and famous writer as well. Now next, we'll discuss the overview or relevant points which are mentioned in this poetry, Amanda. Here, Robin Klein has expressed the views of a little girl. I hope with this particular name also you will get this connection, Amanda. So specific girl named Amanda, she is talking about personally but generally also giving us one message. Now Amanda, who is constantly pointed out by her mother for making mistakes. So yes, her parent, her mother, continuously saying, don't do this, Amanda. What have you done, Amanda? Where were you, Amanda? Have you completed this or that, Amanda? So I hope these are the questions often faced by you as well. So that's why I said a wonderful connection you will feel with this poetry, as mistakes which she is considered so as they are not the part of the core of good conduct. Because you know that parents are always there to mend us. Parents are always there to restrict certain things which are not essential for ourselves. But still we feel that why are they continuously pinpointing out those things and pinching us? So sometimes it's often faced by us. So that's why this idea, this actually theme is depicted in this poetry, Amanda. Now let out by the society in which we are actually living. So here one case in the form of Amanda speaking about all the kids and mentioning what are the treatments given by the parents as well. Now let's start the lines, the extracts. Lines are always important, as I already told you, dear students. That first extract or stanza here starting. Now who is speaking here? So two are the speakers. Who is speaking? First of all, keep this in mind. Two are the speaker. One is mother and second one is Amanda. So now the line started here. Mother is speaking and giving the instruction to Amanda and started saying that don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. So these lines are spoken by mother. Instruction and instruction. The poet is describing that Amanda, who is a little girl and always pointed out by her parents right now, because for her mistakes only. See, parents, what they are often tell the thing, they often tell about, they often mention and notice the mistakes. So here same thing is going on. So here first thing, the mother is saying that don't bite your nail, Amanda. Why are you continuously biting your nail? So the poet says that the mother is pointing out Amanda for biting her nails. So first thing, keep this in mind. First objection by mother, which is actually a bad habit. You know that. Now next what she said, stated that she asks her to sit straight without bending her shoulder. Now what is that? Hunch shoulders. Need not to slouch your shoulders. You need to sit straight, Amanda. So this instruction is again given by mother, because she was slouching. She was sitting like this. So that's why mother is saying don't do this. So don't bend your shoulders, Amanda. And who has a habit of actually bending her shoulders, and she was sitting like this lazy kind of posture, that's why. And next she said that don't slouch, again the bend, and sit up straight, Amanda. So sit properly, Amanda. Often restricted and noticed by the parents and said by the parents, don't slouch, sit properly. Why are you bending? Sit down properly. So this sort of commandments given by mother here to Amanda. I hope understood. Now next what happened? After this, when mother was continuously giving such instructions, what Amanda started thinking. Now simultaneously both the things are going on. Mother is giving Amanda the instruction. She's pinpointing out certain mistakes of Amanda, but same time Amanda is also thinking something else. So after these sort of pointing, when Amanda was given by her mother, she started thinking. Now what? Now she started thinking what? There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Now very important lines. So first imagination is here, that Amanda started imagining herself as what? As a mermaid. I hope you know. You can connect with this also. So at this point of time, when she is being scolded by her mother continuously, she started imagining herself to be in a deep green sea. Now what is that? Languid emerald sea is a green sea. There she is going to be free then, and she says that she wants to be the only resident of this beautiful green sea, and that's why she imagines herself like a mermaid. Now why? Who is all alone there and leading her life in a very relaxing way. Now see the mindset and see the actual wish of Amanda, that she wants that I should live peacefully, I should live freely here. And she says that she wants to be carried away by the current water and feel the relaxing environment. Total freedom. What she wants? She wants total freedom here. That's why languid, the area, the ambience, like green color. So yes, emerald sea, green colored sea here, where the soul inhabited. Now soul inhabited, she wants herself to be there, no one else. And that's why imagining herself as mermaid, and drifting means moving here and there. Blissfully means happily. So first all she wants that she should be happy. That's it. Now next, what happened then after this? Again started the pinpointing of mother. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? A very common question. Yes, did you often? She simply asked this. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Because you are sitting ideally. Have you finished your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? So next question raised by mother. And I thought I told you to clean your shoes also, Amanda. So Amanda, did you do this? Did you do that? Really, have you finished your work? So Amanda is now again asked about whether she had finished her homework. Next task, next commandment, and simply asking, and she had made her room tidy or not also. Again this question raised by mother, whether she had cleaned her shoes also. Yes or no? Tell the answer. Continuously mother is asking. So these set of instruction mark a shift from one instruction after another in this stanza. So yes, here her name is being called and again. So keep this in mind. Amanda, Amanda. Continuously this name is repeated. So repetition is used here. So here continuously mother is saying, the parents are there. So mother is saying that, have you really completed your homework? Continuous trouble now here given by mother. Now next, after this question, these many questions, the continuous bullets she was facing, then after this again she's going to think, now next what? She started thinking herself in another ambience. Now what sort of? Second, I am an orphan. Now see the bitter reality, she is actually thinking like this. She said, she herself started thinking that yes, it's better that I should be orphan. Means here orphan is not, we need not to take it negatively. Here she is saying that she is thinking that I should be free. No one should be there, not even my mother. That's why we have to keep this idea in mind, that what she wants, only one thing, she wants to be alone. That's it. Roaming the street, now I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet, and the silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now as continuous instructions given by mother, so that's why she started herself, and she perceives herself as an orphan. Now why? Because roaming. What is that? Roaming where? On the street area freely. Now why freely? Because without any sort of aim, moving here and there, aimlessly and without any purpose, she wants to roam on the street. And she seems happy as she draws pattern using her bare feet. Now that's why it means on the dust. Now what is that? With the use of feet, she will draw certain patterns, and she wants that she should be ideal. Means without any sort of purpose, she wants to roam here and there. That's it. So second imagination, that she wants to be again alone, she wants to move, and she wants to walk on street area. Now next sort of instruction started again. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? That continuously here the mother is saying that because she was eating chocolate earlier, so Amanda stopped by her mother from eating a chocolate, because as previously it has caused her acne. That's why this was again the notice and instruction given by mother. Amanda is still lost in her own thought. She was not at all. She doesn't even care enough to look up to her scolding parents. And this careless attitude when mother she had noticed, she felt a bit insulted then. And that's why she added, this careless further angers the parents, especially her mother, and they ask for her attention when she especially is being scolded by her mother. Mother was saying, why are you not looking at me when I am talking to you? Look at me. Don't eat that chocolate. So this sort of again instruction given by Amanda, Amanda and Amanda, again repetition done. So after this, again Amanda is going to think a lot. Now next imagination by Amanda. Now very nice. She stated herself and she is remembering the particular character Rapunzel here. I am Rapunzel. She is saying, no, I am not like Rapunzel. I am not like mermaid. So here keep this in mind, a wonderful complete comparison done. So metaphor is used here. So what sort of metaphor? In orphan metaphor, in mermaid metaphor, and now in Rapunzel also metaphor used. Now she said, I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is a tranquil and rare. Means all alone, solitary. Again, I would really not care that Rapunzel lived a solitary life. It was really fine. I will certainly never let down my bride here to let someone in and to let someone into the castle and to save me. Here, see, Amanda is still lost in her own dream, and she is now pictures herself to be the long golden haired character Rapunzel, who had really long hair, who lived in a castle and had no care about anything, and she was all alone and captivated by one witch. That's why. And Amanda imagines herself that the life of Rapunzel must have been very peaceful and fantastic in the tower because she had no one. So no one to restrict and no one to talk. That was the best thing. And but she is unwilling to let her hair down. Now why unwilling? Because Rapunzel, she allowed her hair to, I hope you had heard this story, that one prince then came and saved Rapunzel, but she said, no, I don't want to be saved by someone. I will not allow my hair to just go down, and she only wants to live by herself, as the presence of the another being in her life would require her to act in a certain way, because again restriction, again commandment. So she says that she was thinking in such a manner, no, I don't want to be disturbed by someone, because Amanda wanted to live how? To live free and happily. I hope understood. Now next and the last lines are coming now. Now next again sort of instruction. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. Now why? Because stop crying, Amanda. Don't sulk or sob, Amanda. Here mother is again saying, you are always so moody, Amanda. Means sometimes it's really get very worse thing that your behavior made, because continuously your behavior is making me, the mother is saying, your behavior is making me annoyed. That's why. And anyone would think that I nagged at you. If someone will look at you, continuously will feel that I am scolding you, continuously scolding to you. Yeah, that's why Amanda, Amanda and Amanda, don't do this, don't do that. Again said the mother. So parent, keep instructing Amanda on the do's and don'ts. Don't do this, don't do that. But Amanda remains lost in her own dreams. The parent believes that Amanda is not reacting because she is annoyed. She is annoyed. Her behavior has made her mother especially look very bad, and they get worried about their image. Why? Because what will other think if you will behave like this? This was there in mother's mind, and they are concerned about how society will perceive them if their child always remain in a foul mood, because she always looks disturbed. So this is actually a bad thing. So stop doing this, Amanda. Again scolded by her mother. Now Amanda again and again she is getting such instruction and scolding. I hope these lines understood. So let me recall the certain things. What were the conditions? What was exactly the instruction? And what were the thinking? Especially the comparison also done in this poetry. So instructions given by the mother to Amanda, and also the imagination, the condition and pure character she was thinking. So here we are going to recall all those things. So first of all, if we are talking about the instructions given by mother to Amanda, so don't bite nails, because these are important things. I hope you are going to learn these things. Don't bite your nail. This was the first. Then don't hunch your, don't just bend your shoulders, Amanda. Stop slouching. Again, do not bend. Sit properly. Finish. Have you finished your homework, Amanda? Tidy the room, Amanda. Clean your shoes, Amanda. Don't eat the chocolate, Amanda. Look in the eyes when really I'm talking to you, being talked then. And don't sulk, don't cry, don't sob, Amanda. And don't be so moody. Do not show this arrogant behavior to me. So such commandments, instructions actually given by mother to Amanda. But She was not uttering a single word. What was Amanda thinking then? To become mermaid. Now reason, because so that he could live all alone in a peaceful place without any instruction, with only one thing, freedom. Next, she again compared herself that I am an orphan. Why? So that she may not have any guardian. Actually, she said that I don't want any guardian to give me these strict instructions. And final comparison here done with the Rapunzel. Why? Because she would be happy even in a secluded thing, solitary, even captivated by someone in a castle also, and prison-like place where she will not have anybody to instruct her. I hope these lines, these things, this list is going to be learned from your side and hope understood as well. Now let's discuss the basic idea here, overall nutshell of this poetry. The poem deals with the upbringing of a small child, Amanda, and it highlights the struggle faced by a child. As I told you, though Amanda, in actually here the poet is talking about Amanda, but generally here it is depicting the pain of every child. Sometimes it happens also, not every time. Poet makes an important point that child also should never be denied freedom. They have also certain rights. They should also get their quality time. So this should be given to them. And last, though it is parents who are responsible for proper upbringing of their child, but that should not make a child feel trapped. We should give such liberty. We should not make them feel that they are in a jail. They are not in a prison. That's why these sort of things also should be extended to the children. I hope understood. Now next, figures of speech, which are the important part of this poetry. As I told you, nicely metaphor is used because often mermaid and Rapunzel, these were the imagination applied. She was thinking that yes, I am mermaid, I am Rapunzel, I am an orphan. That's why complete comparison done. That's why metaphor is used. Now repetition what? Why? Because Amanda, don't eat, don't, Amanda, don't. These words are repeated frequently. So repetition is used. And also alliteration, but because repetition of letters also done frequently. For example, slouching, sit, straight, S letter. Then your, you and your, Y letter. So Y, S, these sort of letters are repeated. So alliteration is also used. And here, a very wonderful allusion, because here she is imagining herself. Now what is allusion? It's sort of imagination here done. So this device is also used by the poet here. She is imagining herself to be mythological characters like mermaid and Rapunzel. Not orphanage here. Here we need to keep this two characters, fables characters. So mermaid and Rapunzel. That's why allusion is also used here. Now next questions. Again repeating this, for extract based question, this poetry is quite important. Why is Amanda getting scolded for having chocolates because of acne? And mother was concerned about this. Why does Amanda wish to be a mermaid, orphan and Rapunzel? Why? Because of one thing only. She wants to complete freedom. She said, I don't want any sort of guardian. I want freedom. That's it. Solitary. So freedom, no restriction, and solitary. These three things demanded, and these were the thoughts there in Amanda's mind. What could Amanda do if she were a mermaid? Why? Because she wanted to be free, and she wants that yes, I would be free in any sort of condition, and I will go anywhere I want. So next important character, this is actually quite important. You have to notice this stanzas 2, 4 and 6. These three stanzas are written inside the parenthesis or brackets. So reason, because continuously when instruction and mistakes pinpointed by mother of Amanda, she was thinking. So here why these parentheses are used, dear students, because she was not speaking, she was only thinking. So thoughts of Amanda's reflected in parentheses, that's why this is also used. And for extract based question, this is quite important. I hope understood. I hope, dear students, this explanation plus question answers are understood by you. So be attentive, keep on corrected. So like this, we will also cover other topics. So thank you for today.